associates are not easy to find.
Right.
They do not grow on trees. The right associate in particular is very difficult to find. Um, and the last thing in the world you want to do if you bring an associate doctor in your practice is to have a revolving glass door where you burn through associates and every 6 months you've got a new associate. That's the last thing in the world you would want. That has a way of devaluing your practice because it erodes trust and confidence among your patients. Um,
Absolutely.
your patient doesn't want to see a different dentist every time they come in. That's the last thing in the world they want. So, perhaps the most powerful recruiting tool to attract and keep the best associate doctor is to be a fee-for-service practice. Because those jobs, listings for a fee-for-service associate, Naren, are very, very, very rare.
Yes.
Almost like hen's teeth. They don't really exist,
Yes.
right? And so when you have a fee-for-service associate opportunity that you're using to look for the right associate, you literally have the job that every associate doctor wants. And now you're able to attract the best possible candidate and really screen for a proper match and a proper fit. Because why would your associate want to take, your associate is likely to get paid a percentage of their collections. And why would the associate want to take a 45 to 50% hit on that? Think about it for a minute, Aaron. I mean, if we break this down into fundamentals, let's say a fee is $1,000. Your usual fee for a particular service is $1,000.
Right.
And if they have a fee for service practice, a typical percentage for an associate might be 30% of collections.
Hmm.
And so if we collect that fee of $1,000, then the associate doctor earned $300 for that service, the 30% of 1,000.
Right.
But if it's a 50% discount, and the reimbursement to your practice is not 1,000, but it's 500, which by the way, the average adjustment today is 45 to 50%.
Right.
So that's in the range of what we're seeing today. That doctor, for doing the very same service, doesn't make 30% of 1,000. They make 30% of 500. And rather than being paid $300 for that service, they're paid $150. Who wants to sign up for that?
Not me.
Nobody does. And yet that's the associateship model that exists in most places.
Right.
Um, and you can
Yeah.
just you have stronger recruiting if you offer a fee for service associate. You will have many applicants to that, and you can now be much more selective. So you're not just hiring for pulse. For a pulse, that's the worst way to hire an associate. Oh, they have a pulse. Let's hire him. No.
And the problems get even worse, Gary, because I actually had an experience with this with one of my clients. The owner doctor was, fee for service. He was doing wonderful dentistry. He wanted to expand, and he brought in somebody for PPO. The team members didn't know how to deal with it. Like, do they provide the VIP service and say the things that they want the owner doctor to say, or do they talk about insurance and we are here, it was a nightmare for them. So I would listen to calls, and it's like imagine, like, 1 minute ago you are Jack, and what's the Jekyll and Hyde, and the next minute you are Hyde. Like, it's
Well,
hard
let
for
me be
people.
even more absurd about it, Naren.
Yeah.
Imagine this, and I'm deliberately being absurd to make a point.
Right.
Imagine that when you have a fee-for-service patient, you put the nice furniture in your reception area. The nice chair with the cushions and the nice furniture. And then imagine when you have, and even if you wanted to, again, be absurd about this, let's say certain days you see nothing but fee-for-service patients.
Right.
And then other days of the week you see PPO patients. So on those other days, we move the nice furniture into storage and we put the folding chairs out. It's absurd. That's absurd. No one's going to do that. But in
Right.
a way, that's exactly what happens.